Welcome guys back to another Kengan Omega video. Today we're talking about Himuro, the guy who went from Beta to Chad, from Ashura to Omega. If you're new here and enjoy this Kengan Omega content, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to talk more about Kengan Omega, make sure to join my Discord. Link is in the description. Now, I hope you enjoy. So Himuro, also known as the Icy Emperor. I kind of forgot about his nickname when I did my top 10 nickname tier list. And the Icy Emperor, that's a pretty badass Chad name. He was meant to be the Ginekua bookstore's affiliated fighter during the Kengan Annihilation tournament, but as we know, his position was stolen by Canada when he was defeated by Canada outside of the tournament in like the corridor and got cucked by Canada. So that's a big rips to him. His current age in Kengan Omega is 27. His Kengan wins is 22, and Kengan losses is 0 or 0-4 official Kengan losses, as currently hasn't been defeated in an official Kengan match, but he was defeated outside of the Kengan match by Canada. But 0 losses, that's B tier, because B tier has 0 losses. So there you go, he's a B tier fighter right there. 0 losses, absolute Chad lad. Himuro was also born and raised in the inside, the restricted zone of the Kengan story. Himuro grew up with no parents and did whatever it took to survive. Eventually he got done with living the life inside the inside and decided to leave when he doesn't actually know what age, but he was saying around 15 when he believed he left the inside and then registered a name as Himuro when he legally registered it after leaving the inside. So he just felt like bored, I guess, or over the pretty much slums in the inside, and decided to just leave on his own accord. As we know, in Ashura, he was defeated by Canada prior to the first round, and then for the remaining of his time in Kengan Ashura, he was just observing or watching many of the other fights, and then like looking after some fighters who had lost, and just being around, chalking and so and so. And also near the start, he tried to pretty much communicate with Tokita Oma to ask him about the inside, but he wasn't able to get a response from him. And now his role in Kengan Omega, where he went from Beta to Chad. He showed that he watched the first match for Ryuki in the Kengan side of things, and then when Koga and Ryuki trying to learn the proper way to be affiliated fighter for Kengan, Canada and Himuro went to help them, and then when trying to educate them how to be a proper affiliated fighter, Himuro was heavy-handed with Koga, pretty much punched him as he wasn't being compliant. This caused Ryuki to attack him. However, Himuro pretty much blocked his Gyro style strike before asking Ryuki why he was going to kill Kokoro, where as we saw in his first Kengan fight, and early Ryuki, how he just had no regard for life and just go out and kill whenever, or whenever he had the chance, he would go for the kill. Himuro noticed this and then wanted to ask him a question, and then Ryuki went for another attack, or Ryuki didn't give an honest answer. Himuro decided that he would take Ryuki out and then pretty much knocked him out with one little chop. Apart from his pretty much moment with Ryuki, he was involved in getting many of the other Team Kengan members organized to fight against Purgatory, such as he tracked down Kano Agito and convinced him to enter the tournament between Kengan and Purgatory, and then had a role in trying to search for Hatsumi Sen, but later realizing that he fell off the radar after traveling to China. So he's more of like a man that does stuff for the Kengan Association more than just a fighter. Now onto his power and abilities, even though we haven't seen him fight that much, but here we go. Himuro is a master practitioner of something known as Jet Kudo, and with his strength and skill, Himuro had won 4 Kengan matches without a single loss prior to the main Kengan Annihilation tournament. He was considered to be one of the strongest affiliated fighters in the Kengan matches. With the style of Jet Kudo, Himuro had very high speeds with his punching ability, enabling him to launch rapid, powerful strikes by simultaneously parrying and punching at the same time to his opponents. Himuro is able to make his opponents experience his fists moving several times faster than they actually are. Since Jet Kudo doesn't have any form, Himuro can fight dirty using moves such as eye pokes and striking to the ribs. Despite this, he was defeated by Canada due to not being aware that Canada has this insane forte and prediction ability, and pretty much underestimating him as a whole, and then got pretty much surprised and then got his arm broken by Canada, meaning he wasn't able to fight anymore. If they were to go toe-and-toe and Kengan Ashura, this a normal fight, I think if Himuro wasn't off guard, he would have probably won the fight and probably would have had a better fight against Galang. I think he's actually kind of pretty underrated considering his record as well, 22 wins and 0 official losses. That's pretty Chad tier, I have to say. Himuro could also use weapons quite well as well. When fighting the Guardians, since his arm was still broken, Himuro had to use a nunchuck to defend himself. He noted that because he used to live in a lawless place, the inside, he had to learn how to use weapons just to survive, and being from the inside just gives him the extra pretty much focus and survival instincts that many of the other characters don't have, which is good to see, and bring up his Chadness as we've seen in Omega. Hopefully we get to see him fight sometime in Omega, as we know we haven't seen him have a real fight since he was like, you know, bodied by Canada in Ashura. So hopefully we get to see him have a real fight of him taking out Roshi quite easily, and then one day after Purgatory we get to see him go all out and see what the Icy Emperor is truly capable of. That's it for today's Kengan Omega video. Make sure to check out all my other Kengan videos. I've done like most of the major characters now on these character profile videos, so make sure to check them out and stay tuned for more videos. And that's it guys, peace.